nomads, and we unapologetically
nomadic.
That's right, family. Yes. Peace and love to all the beautiful people out there. We out here, family. Yeah, y'all know me. I'm Aaron Bellucci, aka B Lucky. I'm gonna get my words together. Don't even worry about that. Yeah. And we got the family in the building. Hopefully, y'all can get in the screen so everybody can see the loving family who is currently in the building. Family, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Got the lovely wife.
Peace, love, light to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in again to the Unapologetic Nomads. And as always, we're glad to have you here with us.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and we got the lovely Ayla in the building. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ayla. Hope you are doing well today, tonight, wherever you are. Pretty sure most of y'all are in like daytime now. So and stuff. So
yeah. So we out here. We're not gonna be out on here too long, family. We just came to say what's up to the family. A lot of questions come up about this country, that country, so we just want to brush up on some things, Now, us right now, we are foreigners in every country we go to in Africa. We're foreigners when we go to Asia. We're foreigners when we go to the Middle East. And we're just going to talk about a code of conduct for all foreigners, not just black, not just, every color. It has to be a code of conduct that goes around the board, Now, when you go into different countries, matter of fact, I'm not going to start with that. I'm going to let the wife say what she has to say first. Yeah, because sometimes I over.
That's all right. Yeah, so now a couple of announcements, some things that some of you have been waiting on. First, I want to say thank you to all of you who have joined our free mailing list. And you can do that by going to our website, unapologeticnomads.com. So you go to our website and the tab for mailing list. It's a free mailing list. So go ahead and click the tab and you can put your name and email address and sign me up. It's very cool, very quick. It takes probably a minute, if that, to sign up. Those who have signed up, thank you for doing that. So you have already received probably, I don't know, some of you 2, 3, 4 mailings from us. Weekly, well, not weekly, but overall. So you get at least 1 to 2 emails that come out, because I don't want to bombard you with so much mail every day. So we try to keep you abreast of all of the uploads and the lives that we're doing during the week. I know some of your schedule is kind of, busy. So you already have the links and the titles in your email. I have them nice and listed for you. So you just click and watch. And it's also easy for you to take that same link and share it with friends and family. Some of you have been doing that. Thank you so much. And for those who haven't done it yet, it's free. Go ahead, go to our website, unapologeticnomads.com, and sign up for the free mailing list. And you also get other announcements of different things that, we want to share with you. And another big announcement is the next webinar is coming up. Yes, the next webinar. And that will be on February the 12th. It is a Saturday. Thank you for those of you who did vote in the community tab for the best day to have a webinar. So we always keep you in mind when we're doing these things to see what works best for you guys, because a lot of you have requested it, but I want to make sure that you're able to attend as well. This one is Secrets to Traveling Like a Pro on a Budget. Okay, you're looking at the Unapologetic Nomads. We traveled quite a few places and continue to do so. So for those of you who were just yearning to get all those gems and tips on things like traveling on a budget, how to travel with a family, and tips on saving money and making money while traveling, as well as how to visit your dream destination for less. And then also, it is a live webinar. So yes, you'll get to chat with us and ask questions. We see each other, we talk, and we just chop it up and have a really good time. So there's a Q&A session as well. And with yours truly, the Unapologetic Nomads, you get to hear from all of us.
Yes, family.
About certain topics, whatever your heart desires, whatever information you need. And it will be the actual file for that will be posted after this broadcast. So you'll see you do have enough time to sign up and pay and sign up. And again, that's February the 12th. It a Saturday. The time I'm going to, I'll put that up there when I post it. So I want to still make sure the time is good for you guys as well. But we don't want to have it. We try to have it early on a Saturday for you guys in the morning, early afternoon, so that you can carry on with your day. You're not taking up your whole day. So that's why we do it kind of early. So I think for me, for announcements, that's it. And also, I want you to check out LegacyProductionsLLC.com.
Yes.
That beautiful commercial that you see at the beginning of a lot of our lives. That song is so dope. I don't know where family got that song from, but the way that they put that together, it is absolutely beautiful. So LegacyProductionsLLC.com. Check them out now. They have a plethora of information for the young, the old, for us to start, mapping out our wills, laying out those legacies and the information, family history, putting that together, leaving a legacy for our young people and many generations to come. So check them out. A lot of information, even I think the information about mortgages and buying homes and investments and everything. So definitely, it's worth everybody checking them out. And that's it for me.
Nice.
Yes.
Good job. Matter of fact, you deserve this right here. I'm about to give it to you. I'm about to do it. That's what you deserve that right there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You have anything you want to say, Ayla?
Oh, I do. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, I want you, if you're interested in NFTs, I would like you to go to OpenSea.io. And if you would like to purchase NFTs, go to our account, Nomadic Art and stuff. We have NFTs up there for you that's right, to buy. Also follow me on Instagram at ALA_THE_artist and contact me if you want some type of artwork done, anything, a logo, a design, let me know.
That's right.
Cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
see this work better.
Definitely, yeah, reconnect.
Yeah, we back, family. We
Got
back.
it.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to
Just reconnect.
we're trying to get the internet a little better. The internet's kind of janky, so we're trying to fix the internet. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Ayla.
Yeah.
You was talking, Ayla. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We back though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. So yeah, chat. I'll put all of that in the chat. So.
Yes. Okay. Yeah,
Cool.
put that in there.
Okay.
Put that information in there. And good job to Ayla too. Ayla is really, really doing her thing in the art, on the art scene, and actually her and her dad with the NFTs. So definitely check them out on OpenSea. Definitely, art is amazing.
That's right, family. We're gonna have some shirts coming soon. Yeah. But definitely check out Ayla on Ayla_the_artist on Instagram. Also check out the NFTs on OpenSea.io. Nomadic Art, family. Yeah, I said Nomadic Art. Yeah. Okay, the video looks better now. Oh, good. Shout out to Malachi Muhammad. We appreciate you for always being a matter of fact. I got something just for you, Malachi Muhammad. This is just for you, family. Yeah. Shout out to Malachi Muhammad for all you do and all your support. We love you. We appreciate you, family.
Yes.
That's right.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and everybody else too, who's always on supporting us. Every time we go live, we see a lot of people up here who are the same people, and we appreciate you, family. Don't think that we see you and we don't appreciate you, because we appreciate you, family. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into it. What I'm gonna do, because we want this to be interactive, I'm gonna drop the link inside the comment section, and we really gonna get this thing going. Hold on, what's this? All right, let me just do that. All right. So what I'm gonna do is put this link here, and you could call up, family. And I think you could just do it from your phone. Like you could just hit the link on your phone, bam. You on here live with the Under Project Nomads, and you can add to the conversation we're gonna have today. and things of that kind of nature. Yeah. Shout out to Don Parker, C. Wong, everybody in the building, all our brothers and sisters all around the continent, from Tanzania to Rwanda to Burundi to South Africa to Ethiopia family. Shout out to our brothers and sisters out there in America, you know, North, South, all of America family. That's shout out to all of you, Central America, you know, shout out to all the family, American family, everybody family, all our brothers and sisters in the Middle East, everywhere.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Asia, I don't want to forget nobody. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Caribbean. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So family. Yeah, you was gonna say something? You might as well just do it now.
Yeah.
Family, let me see if the music works, because I really, I just did something and I want to see how it sounds. I'm gonna take it down a couple notches, and we're gonna see if we can get this music thing going.
Try this.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. All right, so I know it's a little janky. Look, we ain't did this in a minute, family, so you got to bear with us. How's that sound, family? Is that too loud? Is it echoey? Let us know. Who remembers Malik Yoba and NSA? I don't remember that. What's up, Tony? What's up? We out here. We getting it funky. Go ahead, do it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right. So what I want to do right now, before we get started, is shout out the members. Haven't done this in a while, and this is something I enjoy doing. We love to make sure you guys get your flowers for being so supportive every month. So we're going to shout out you members. It's in no order. I'm just going down the list. We want to thank you so much for being faithful members. Shout out to Calvin Howard. Shout out to Enjoying Life. Annie Hotep. Natty Incube. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Shout out to you guys. Michelle B. Valette Dowling. Sunshine. Shout out to you. Kohawa Edney. Shout out to you. Jermaine Cam. Shout out to you. Ancient Herbal Care. Shout out to you. Africa is the future. Shout out to you. Albert S. Champion. XL. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Unknown Traveler. P. Deverell. Shout out to you. Heart and Soul 143. Shout out to you. Rose Gold. Melanie Robinson. Marilyn Jones. Marie Bell. Renee B.L.'s Journey. Mira Tyson.
Yes.
Old Testament. Shout out to you. Edwin Gross. Patricia Boyd. Naela, shout out to you. So Sue Ellen, Arlies, shout out to you. Robert Webb, Natasha Muhammad, CL Tap, shout out to you. High Vibe, shout out to you. Cheryl Gaines, Antiquity Queen, A Ford, Sweet Roz, shout out to you. Blue She One, Joy Engineer, shout out to you. PT, shout out to you. Peaceful Mrs. Bailey, shout out to you. Global Nubian, Gold Car, Noela L. Dixon.
Yes.
Camille Robinson, Renee Professional, the professional, I want to say that's nurse professional, shout out to you. Allison Moore, Ange Reese, shout out to you. Coach Chandra Das, shout out to you. Miss Yetta B1, shout out to you. Awakening Soul, shout out to you. Deborah G, Craig Butts, Larry Rentz, Michael Johnson, Jake Will, S. Brown 2003 Martin, shout out to you family. Graceful Embrace, TW, Annette Rios, Miss Nettie's Journey, Damian Maxwell, AF Diaspora, A. Cope, Ms. Ricks Today, shout out to you. African King, shout out to you. Lisa McLeod, shout out to you. Tracy Delgado and Brandon Corbina, shout out to you. All of you, thank you so much for being faithful members.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, y'all deserve a big hand clap and showing your support to the Unapologetic Nomads.
Yes.
We definitely appreciate you. You know what I mean? Definitely.
And one more thing, members, check your community tab. Some of you have not. Check the community tab. We do put videos back there for you because you do get special videos that everybody does not get to see. So we have the behind the scenes and the at least one monthly video for the members only. So for your eyes only, check out what we posted recently, and there's some more to come. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and to the members, you have a special discount for the for our webinars too. Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna have that up there. We're gonna post that up there.
Yes.
Yeah. Peace and love to all the beautiful people out there. Right now, we're currently in the country of South Africa, the beautiful city, Ayla's favorite city, Johannesburg. I mean, we love it too. This guy say Ayla's favorite city don't mean we don't love it. Like we love Johannesburg. You know, we love South Africa. We love the most thing we love about South Africa is the people, because we definitely connect and you know vibe with a lot of the people. You know, it's well with all the other countries. You know, shout out to Burundi too. We love our Burundian brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Rwanda, Tanzania. Don't feel like, you know, if we don't mention you, we, you know, oh, these niggas is hating. No, we ain't hating. We love y'all. Just, you know, charge it to the head, not the heart, family. Charge it to the head, not the heart, family. Yeah. All right. So our topic today, oh, was you going to say something?
No, good.
All right. Yeah, because I do not want to cut you off. Come back. Yeah. I do not. I don't, you know, I just want you to speak your piece. I don't want to overdo it. You know, I don't want no issues.
Nah, good.
All right, cool. All right, so our topic today is: should foreigners have a code of conduct when as guests in other countries? And this is an important topic because you know, in the U.S., being from the U.S., living in that country, our parents from there, our grandparents from there, and as far as back as we can remember, you know, in the U.S., you know, we always fought to bring foreigners in the country, you know, because our people are people who love and we have compassion for other people who are going through things. You know, we have compassion for people who and we see a lot of issues that go on in other countries. We look at countries and we like, oh man, they're going through some bad stuff. So let's open our doors, because that's how we are, you know. And sometimes foreigners, or sometimes people take your kindness as it's a weakness. You know what I mean? Like they'll come to the country, you know, and they don't want to have nothing to do with you. You know, they'll keep their money within themselves, or you know, sometimes they even disrespect you and work as an opposition force against you. You know, which we know about as Black Americans. You know, am I saying anything off for?
No, for the most part, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
Right.
It's true. Yeah, because we experienced that.
Yeah. So we experienced that. You know, you have people who come over illegally, you know, and they do is a lot of times, you know, and we're talking about in the U.S. I'm not referring to South Africa. You know, South Africa has its own thing. In the U.S., you have people who come over selling all kinds of drugs, you know, doing a whole lot of different crimes and things like that. And I'm not just talking about like Caribbean brothers. I'm talking about like all foreigners.
Yeah.
You know, they come
all over the world.
Selling drugs in our communities, you know, at a large scale, guns in our communities, you know, just anything you could think of that could destroy your community. A lot of foreigners are sent to our country to destroy it, you know, or to destroy us, one group of people. And as we go to other countries, you know, we don't go with that mindset of, I want to go to this country and just destroy these people so I could come up. You know, that's not how we think. As Black Americans, we look at each other as we're the same, especially if you're Black. We look at you like my brothers in the Caribbean, you know, y'all the same as us. You know, so if I go to the Caribbean, I'm going to have a certain amount of respect for you in your country. I don't want to do nothing crazy over there, you know, because if I do something crazy over there, you know, it's not only going to look bad on me, but it's going to look bad on everybody else that's Black that's coming there, you know. Plus, I have respect for your country. As we come to Africa, we come with a mindset of we want to go to this country, respect the people. We want to help contribute in any way we can as far as building and investing and getting, you know, something out of it as well, you know. And we do not want to come over selling drugs to people. We don't want to come over shooting and bringing guns to the country. We don't want to cause confusion. We don't want to cause destruction of any community. You know, when we go to certain countries, that's just how we are as Black Americans. You know, is there anything I'm saying that's off? You want to cut in? You could butt in if you want.
No, I see a comment. Nettie Belazaire as a question, Caribbeans destroy your community, really?
We didn't say that. See, and that's another thing. People say stuff that'll try to throw you off. Matter of fact, I'm about to can I delete this person?
Just explain first.
Yeah, let me how to do that. Yeah, I didn't say that. I wasn't putting Caribbeans in the box. I wasn't putting Mexicans and nobody in no box. I'm just saying,
by example. I'm
just giving you just certain etiquette and how we think as Black Americans. Because we see people who come over to our country bringing drugs, guns, you know, and they come with a mindset of like, I'm gonna win, my community's gonna win, but all of y'all, I don't care about y'all. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I don't care if we destroy y'all with these guns or these drugs. And I didn't just say Caribbeans just do that. You know what I'm saying? Please don't think that. I'm not putting nobody in no box. But I do see it. We see it in our country.
We do.
People coming over that look like us and they team up with the dominant class, you know, and they do everything in their power to throw shade on whatever movement that we doing, family. Mm-hmm. You know, you got people who like in their own country, you know, women and men might have problems. It might be a problem of men raping the women and stuff. But then they come to our country and say it's us that we have the problem. Like you bring your own issues to our country, you know, and this causes friction, family. It's totally off code. And right now, we're talking about foreigners having a code of conduct when you go to other countries. Because as a guest, if somebody comes to your house, they have to act a certain way. Yeah. You can't come to somebody's house, be disrespectful, have your shoes on people's couches, you know, using a master bathroom, taking a mask, dumping there. You know, you got to have, there's a certain respect you have when you go to people's house. Yeah. You also carry that when you go to people's country.
Exactly.
You know, and when you do that, it's less problems, family. Because right now in the U.S., it's a lot going on with that, family, and it's going to cause issues. And I see it in the future. You know, people coming over disrespecting the people and not caring about the people who've been there and actually built the country. You know, you coming over there thinking you can do what you want to do, and it's not going to go well for you. Whatever country you go to, it's not going to go well. Yeah. Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah.
So, if we're still using our and we reference America, just so those of you who know who leaves, you know, certain kind of comments. Why are you comparing this to America? Why you do this? Because that's my reference point. As an educator or a person that analyzes things, when you are very familiar with a situation or a place, you're going to reference it.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with America because that's where I was born. That's where I grew up. That's where I lived. Yeah. That's where I worked for all the years of my life. So I can reference the U.S. because that's where I'm from. I have a right to reference something if it reminds me of something.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. Anything that you know, if you're talking about food, somebody might eat something, a certain dish, and say, that reminds me of such and such.
Yeah.
Because that's a reference point. There's nothing wrong with having a reference point. And just because you're comparing something does not mean that that thing is bad or good.
Yeah.
You know? So if we said in like our, you know, one of our live streams that South Africa reminds of home, there are certain things that we reference that remind us of home.
Right.
There's nothing that's just what it is. It's nothing to cry over. It's just something you're referencing.
Yeah.
If you taste doggone ice cream and it reminds you of something, you're gonna, that reminds me of this candy bar I had. You know what I'm saying? So it's just making a comparison with something that you're familiar with. If you're not familiar with anything, then you have nothing to compare.
Yeah.
If you never traveled, then you can't compare something one place to another. We're travelers. So that's all that is. I needed to clear that up because we get so many comments, which I think are just like asinine because it's like, that's not what we're saying. But so that we're clear, that's what we mean. Love you too, Fabulous Farrah. So thumbs up, everybody. Please hit the like button, and please subscribe if you have not subscribed as of yet. And thank you so much for being here. So just referencing things we're familiar with, because And me, you know, we're a family of travelers. Even before leaving the U.S., I already said I lived in, like, what, 5 different states. And so I can reference things. I've lived up north. I've lived down south, you know, so it's like, you know, and every different part or region of the U.S. is different. It's not all the same. It's not all the same. Midwest is different from the West. West is different from the East. North is different from the South. If you've never been there, you wouldn't know that. So when we do reference things, we're referencing our home, where we're from. That's where we're from.
Period. Everyone knows.
If you're from here and you go somewhere else, you're gonna reference whatever you remember from home to that place.
Home is home.
It's simple. So anyway, talking back on this issue of certain kind of conduct. I'm originally from the South, and if you know, I'm heavy on the South. Okay, I love the South. You know, I spent half of my life down south, half of my life up north in different places. But there's a certain kind of etiquette that we as Black Americans have. And so I don't know, some of these comparisons that we hear when we travel, ways people think or find, or things that they hear or they think they know about us. Some of those things are very, very untrue. So we have great families, family structure, you know, regardless of what people think, what they think they know. And yes, we do have families, you know, so regardless to, you know, that narrative. But anyway, we're taught to behave a certain way. When you're invited to someone's home, you go with respect. I hope I'm right, right? You go with respect. This is just a simple example. You invite me over to dinner. I'm going to dress appropriately.
Right.
I'm going to have manners.
Yeah.
You see? And I'm not going to make fun of your house or your food or things that you offer me, because that's not proper etiquette.
Right. You're in my house.
And I'm not going to disrespect your place of dwelling, because that's your house.
Exactly.
You see? And the same thing with me. If I invite you to my home, you come to my home, I expect you to do the same. And there's nothing wrong with requiring that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and our behavior does present certain things to certain people who have no clue of who we are. So when we go to somebody's house, you know how your elder used to say, you better know how to behave when we go to such and such, you representing the family.
Yeah, you represent the family.
They always said that. And those of you who are old enough, you know what I'm saying. So we're taught by our elders, you know how to behave when you go and you're a visitor in somebody's house. So that I take with me everywhere. It's not just somebody's house or a restaurant. It's even if I go to another state, another country, another city, you know, we treat people the way we would like to be treated. Respect. Okay. And not going assuming something and complaining and talking about this and that. Oh, this is bad. That's bad. No. Okay. Because, you know, at home, is your steps clean? You understand? So we don't go places and how the old folks say, misbehave. You know, you go with respect, and respect follows you. And respect, when you put that into the atmosphere, you get respect back. You should get respect back. I'm a strong believer in karma. Thank you, Colette. Old folks used to say, act like you have some sense. Yes, that's what they say. And that's how we're taught. That's what we do. Now, do we always get that back? No. To be 100, because that would mean, if I said we always get respect back, that would mean I'm a liar, because there's no 100% where you could go and say, oh, everybody's respectful. No, that's not true. Nowhere on the planet can I say, oh, everybody's respectful in that place. We know that exists. But our whole point here is, you know, is it important for us to carry those values where we go to or trek to, even if people come to our house, if we got to put it that way? How important is that? We demand respect because we were taught to give respect. And I think kind of what my husband, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is what he's saying is that you have now such a melting pot of people from all over the world in our home, America, Why do I say that? It's because that's where I was born. That's what my passport says. That's what my birth certificate says.
Exactly.
And we're going to move past that.
That's it.
So it's like when you come to somebody's home, you know, you're still responsible for behaving a certain way. So you have different types of people coming from all over the world and doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
But what the media will do is will point the finger at us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then when you do some digging, you're like, okay, I know that person's not from here.
Not even
you see stuff on the news like, oh, this black person shot this lady, or they raped this woman on a train, and it just looks like a black person in the USA. So you're like, damn, how he do that? But then you find out this dude, he from Congo or somewhere, and it makes us all look bad when you got somebody that's the same color as you. As much as y'all be like, oh, color don't mean nothing, it does mean something to everybody, but you would mean something. You see us on the news, a black person, you know, and it's like, oh, they just killing each other over there. But 9 times out of 10 is somebody from another country. I'm not saying we don't commit no crime. Yeah, some of us might commit some, but it's not to the capacity is what you see on the news, because sometimes it's people, or a lot of times it's people from other countries who's committing these crimes, and it's making it look like we doing it all the time. And that's just not the truth. Now, I'm not saying everybody who comes from another country to America that's black has bad intentions, because they don't. There's some cool people out there who do a lot of work. I'm gonna just shout out a couple people out, like Godfrey, that brother, he's on it. You know, it's a lot of therapists. I don't want to get the names. It's a lot of artists. It's a lot of people, you know, who actually do their thing, and actually have are conscious of what they're doing and alert. But then you have some who just come over there. They just want to get a bag. Yeah. You know, get a bag any way you can. I'll team up with these white people and make these people look like they stupid. You know, or I'll team up with these people, infiltrate this group and give you all the information that, you know, we got a lot of people who's doing some things that's really destroying a lot of movements, and have in the past destroyed a lot of movements of our progression. And it's getting to a point where it has to stop. We have to have a code of conduct when we go to every country, because what we do as far as ourselves, yeah, I'm black. If I go to Asia or I go to the Middle East somewhere where there's not a lot of black people, there is a lot in the Middle East. So if I go to Asia somewhere, right, and I'm black, I go over there and I start selling drugs and raping. I'm gonna be in the paper, and they're gonna look at it like it's all of us, like it's Africa, America. They're gonna look at it like it's all of us. So I'm saying that to say, the code of conduct when you go to other people's country and having respect is everything. And who's supposed to uphold it? Every foreigner. Like if I'm a foreigner, I'm American. I'm in South Africa right now. If it's a brother or sister from Jamaica or the Caribbean, and they're doing something crazy, I got to check them myself. I got to go to them, especially if I know them. I got to go to them like, look, man, you know, you doing all of this, man, and they're not going to just see it as you just because you're from Jamaica. They're going to look at it like it's me too, man. You know, they're going to look at it like it's all of us, because we're all from that Western hemisphere. We're all foreigners, and they're going to come after all of us if something happens. You know what I'm saying? If you have a brother from Namibia coming to South Africa and he's doing something crazy, you know, it's going to make all the foreigners look crazy, family. If we in the U.S., we have to check ourselves. We have to police ourselves. We can't just leave it up to the government all the time. If we see our brother or sister doing something that's wrong and they're foreigners like us, we have to check those people. We have to do it ourselves, because if we don't do it, it's going to cause issues for the other foreigners who's here with us, family. I said the other foreigners who's here with us. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And ignite, you got it right. Oh, that rhymes. Melanated code. That's what ignite said. Melanated code. There you go.
That's right.
Being on code. That's the point here. We got to get on code and get back to who we really are. You know, and I'm not saying it's all of us. There's some of us. I said some, S-O-M-E. Some of us who are not being who we're designed to be.
Yeah.
We're taking on all other mindsets and doing all kinds of weird things that are not us. In essence, it is not us. Behaviors that are not us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us weren't taught these things. We get around other folks and we latch on to their, whatever, their mannerisms and things they're doing. And we know it's not right. When you go somewhere, you travel somewhere different, even if it's another little town, you go with respect. You respect the people who have been there before you were there. And there are people who were there before. And I just think that's how it should go. And you're right. We need to be more on code with behavior as well. And not just saying a whole bunch of things, but actually doing it. Yeah. It's a fine line. People just want to bump their gums and not doing the right thing.
Yeah. And respect goes a long way. Once we get the respect of each other, learn how to respect each other, and hold each other to higher standards, then, we'll start seeing things move forward. But I believe that a lot of us do not respect each other. We do not care, and that's what has to stop, at least with each other. You got to put each other first.
Yeah.
Being on code, a lot of people don't even know what that means, but I'll give you an example. In Kenya, the KFC over there, they weren't using like potatoes from Kenya. They were getting their potatoes shipped from somewhere else. So the people was like, yo, why don't you use the potatoes from the local farmers, to help build the community up? Mm-hmm. KFC was like, no, we don't want to do that. So the people, they boycotted or stopped patronizing KFC. Mm-hmm. All right. Now I'm going to show you what on code is, family. Mm-hmm. People was like, we're not eating at KFC here in Kenya. So, we at the mall the other day, and we was like, oh, look, KFC. Oh, man, let's go there. And I'm like, hold on. In Kenya, they're acting funny and they're boycotting. So what am I going to do? I'm not messing with Kenya. Since my brothers and sisters in Kenya ain't messing with KFC, so I messed that up. Since they not messing with KFC, right. Here in South Africa, I'm not messing with KFC. You know what I'm saying? That's what on code is. Right. We move as one, family. Right. You know what I mean? And that's just one example.
Yes.
That's what we have to stop doing. If one company's acting funny somewhere else, in Timbuktu somewhere, hey, we not supporting them either, family. You know what I'm saying? You get the same energy down here. That's on code. Now, when you go in places, and I've dropped my gun, but don't even worry about that. When you go in places where, a people is on a certain code, moving a certain kind of way, they're not patronizing this business, but then you have a foreigner who's the same color as you come over there, and they like, oh, they paying money over there. Y'all not messing with them? Well, I'm gonna go over here and do. That's off code, and that'll get you that'll cause problems in that country for you, family, because that's completely off code. If people are moving in one way, but you trying to go this way.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying everybody who is a foreigner from other countries is trying to do wrong, because more people are trying to do good and they just want to better their lives.
Yes.
To all foreigners. We're over here in South Africa. We're here because we do what we do. We're nomads. We like to go to different countries, show things. We don't have to be here, but we are here because we love to be here, but I understand some foreigners feel like they have to be at other countries so they can make money, and even in that case, sometimes you have to see what's up with your own country and try to build that up, because going to an outside country is not going to help you. Even us here, we got issues we facing in America. Yeah. Now we're here to show people truth, because in America, when they show Africa, all you see is just negative stuff, the belly, the fly in the eye, all of that. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of foreigners, they go to places because their countries is jacked up, so they want to go to another one. But you have to be on code, family. You cannot go to another country just thinking about yourself, because when you do that, it causes issues, family, and it causes wars, it causes division, and it makes and both of you lose.
Yeah,
you all lose when that happens. Now, if we go to countries with respect, a lot of people say America is arrogant. Don't mistake arrogance for passion and for what's the genre that start with a C? Anyway, don't even worry about that. My head is on something else. But confidence. Don't mistake arrogance for confidence, family. But when you go to other countries, it's important to be on code with the people who's there, especially if they look like you, family. You know what I mean? Be on code with the people, because if you're not, you're going to cause issues. It's important as foreigners that we police our own people.
That's right.
If somebody's doing like I'm not going to tell you anybody's name, but when we was in a certain country, you know, I was getting a lot of texts by this video somebody did, and I'm like, dang, you know, I get one email, then I get two, I get three, and you know, I had to email to like, yo, you causing issues here. You know what I mean? Like, people are starting to think a certain way about us, and they don't need to be thinking about me like they think about you, but they doing it anyway. You know, so fix this, please. You know, we have to police each other. It's important that we're in contact with each other as foreigners, and that we police our own. We can't have nobody coming over here just doing what they want to do, selling drugs or just creating havoc in the country. We have to police our own. It's so important that we do that, family. And I'm talking about all foreigners. If you're from Nigeria, if you're from Ghana, if you're from wherever, and if you're in a different country, be on code, police your own, and it won't be no problems, family. Because if we continue to go to these countries as foreigners and just think we could do what we want to do, it's going to be issues. Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to say, Ayla? Because I know you was kind of quiet today. I know this is kind of like, I don't want to say an adult conversation, but this is a conversation we all need to be on, you know.
Children need to know too, because teen and children lost too. They don't know these things. And they don't understand these things. So yeah, that's the truth though. You cannot go to other people's countries treating them a certain way. Okay, like mom's the basic example. You in somebody else's house. I'm not gonna barge through the door in your house and just act all kind of way, jump on your couch, just doing retarded. Come on, you know, doing messed up stuff. I'm not gonna respect your family members in your house either. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna set a bad example for the people in your house either. You go there, you be respectful, stuff like that. So that's basically what we're saying. When you go to other countries, you cannot be going there doing anything or doing things just for yourself. If you see people are, like you said, going a certain way for a reason, and you going the opposite way, and you're hurting that group that's trying to get things done, that's also, you do not do that.
Yes.
You do not do that. Because, like you said, at the end of the day, you all lose.
That's right.
You all lose. Don't do that.
That's right.
Okay? So it's like, you just gotta, come on now.
Yeah. And it's a lot of tribalism and things where it's me, or I just think about my group and all of that. That got to stop, family. Like, we are one. You know what I'm saying? You see me, you know, the beautiful skin, you know, the hair. Well, I ain't got it right here, but you know, the sides is where it's at. Yeah, you still look. But yeah, you see the hair. Thank you, baby. I don't know. Thank you. You see the hair texture. You know, we are all viewed the same, family. I don't care what tribe you from, what country you from. Yeah. It don't even matter. We're viewed the same. We have to get that in our heads and move like family. You know, I don't want nothing bad to happen to Ayla. I don't want nothing bad to happen to your children. I don't want nothing bad to happen to your wife or your auntie. I want everybody to succeed, and we all can succeed. That's the thing. We all can succeed. Yes. So if you don't get nothing out of this, get that. It's important to respect each other, family. That's right. Respect each other. Respect what country you're in. I don't care if you see a white president or white people that brought you to the country or whatever. Like, you still respect the people that's there. All right, we got some calls in the background. Yeah, sorry about Lizzie Bitty. We're gonna let them in the stream. We got Lizzie Bitty. I'm gonna mute my mic so y'all don't hear no echo, family. Yeah. Lizzie Bitty, you hear us?
Hello. I could hear you well. Thank you. Can you hear me?
So how you?
Yes, you're clear, loud and clear.
Okay, great. I wanted to say first, this is a great topic. Just being a traveler like you guys, I've seen so much, especially when it pertains to us, because we are Americans, and a lot of time that is stemmed from the indoctrination in our own countries and how we view everyone else, because we think because we have a blue passport that we get to mistreat people. And of course, that's wrong, because as you say, we're all one. But people have to believe that in their hearts. If they don't really think that way, like when you were saying, stop all the tribalism and all of that, but people have to think in their hearts that we are all one as well. Because as you know, all skin folk are not your kinfolk, okay? And so just because we share the same hue, some of us like to do a lot of debauchery. So even if I say I'm going to do right by my fellow melanated brother or sister, someone else may be doing things nefariously. So a great topic. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. And I've witnessed this all across the globe with all of my travels, not only with us, but with everyone else as well. So you are definitely spot on. But we need to do better, as you said also, Aaron, when you were saying that we need to be on code. So if one person is boycotting a big conglomerate for whatever reason, we all should be. I totally agree. You know, I'm here in Dubai. I have not ordered KFC. Well, I've been traveling for the last few months, but even traveling about, I have not ordered any KFC as well. I mean, I'm on strike indefinitely. And anybody that knows me know I love me some chicken. Okay, but that's what I wanted to say. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much. I had to mute our mic so it wouldn't be no echo, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you
the
for
truth.
that, Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the truth right there. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let me see. All right, so we have another caller by the name of Josie Gold. Yeah. So hey, Josie Gold, how's it going?
Greetings, sir. How are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I need to be sure.
Yes, I can hear you. I had a mic on mute, so yeah, just keep going.
Okay. Look, I'm calling you straight deep inside Johannesburg, South Africa. Look, over here, I can't speak from a point of view of someone who's traveled, but I'm speaking from a point of view of someone who's lived in South Africa my whole life, especially over here in Johannesburg. This has caused a lot of problems. Many people do come into South Africa. Many of them are rude. Many of them don't take into considerations of the struggles of the people of that land and the fight that people of the land have had to make South Africa what it is. So we're not against people coming in. Just respect people. Don't commit crime. You know, we're not saying that you have to do everything we do. We're very free as people. We don't expect you to be like us, but just be kind. And don't do things that are against us. Don't side with other races against us. That's another thing that bothers people over here. That's all most people want here in South Africa. Sure, I'm not saying like people being attacked is okay. That's not okay. But respect needs to go both ways, you know? Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for dropping those jewels. Yeah, definitely. That's why it's important that we have a code of conduct. All of us, you know, people who look like us, we have to have a certain code of conduct. Now, these other groups, the Indians, the Chinese, you know, your Europeans, you know, they have a code of conduct. You know, when you see them, they're usually to themselves, unless they got, you know, another, you know, their partner, somebody's black or white, whatever. But they're mostly with themselves. They operate together. They operate as one. You know, as far as what we see, you know, and that's the kind of tip that we have to learn how to be on, family. We have to learn how to, when we see each other, we have a certain amount of respect. You know what I mean? But I don't see them fighting and stuff, especially in other countries. I don't see them going at it. I don't see them doing, you know, a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But I know that they do. Like in America, I know that, you know, Asians are selling fentanyl and guns and things like that. I know that because that's the things I read. That's the things I know. You know, and it's a whole thing over there with that. I know a lot of drugs come from, you know, South America and things like that. You know, now they do some things, and a lot of times our energy is so focused on what we are doing that we're not focused on what these other people are doing. I believe if we respect each other, if we're on code, our focus could go off of us so much doing some of the little petty, stupid stuff where we can focus on where the true issue is, because the elephant in the room is always white supremacy, whether you like it or whether you don't. And that's what we have to look at. And that's what our attention needs to be on. How can we change this system that we're in of white supremacy to a system of justice and fairness? You understand what I'm saying? And truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're being deceived that we're always the issue, you know, and I understand that people coming to the country siding with other people, and that's where the code has to reach these people, family. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so we got some, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, so also good points. And like that small example that you gave earlier about the, you know, our folks in Kenya who are boycotting KFC, right? So us all over the globe doing that's power. Yeah. That's powerful, whether we see it or not. That is very, very powerful. And those of us who do it and fight alongside with our brothers and sisters from Kenya, that's only right. And the same goes for another example. Our foundational Black Americans, and people don't like me to say that, but I'm going to explain that to you. I don't know why people don't like to hear that.
I know.
What's that?
Foundational Black Americans.
Oh,
another example. So if I am from a place, if my ancestors that I know who were alive and have passed are from that place, if their mother and father who passed and who have lived are from that place, if their mother and father who passed and they know for a fact that they're from that place, that makes you from that place. Mm-hmm. I can't come here to SA and meet somebody and say, oh no, you can't be from here.
Right.
You look like you're from. That doesn't make any sense because it's not even a fact. If I can prove where I'm from, that's where I'm from. I don't discredit you when you say where you're from.
Exactly.
If you were born here, your parents were born here, their parents were born here, and their parents before them were born here, you from here. I can't dispute that. And if I'm from where I'm from, that's where I'm from. That doesn't mean I don't love and like to meet people from other places and other cultures and other countries. That does not mean that at all. If you are someone, these are all examples. If you are someone that loves and takes pride in where you are from, what is wrong with somebody loving and taking pride in where they're from? Please explain that to me and make it clear like I'm a 5-year-old.
Yeah, we don't have to keep.
But as far as another example, us being on code, okay, we are fighting for reparations. And I know a lot of you know that. Those of us who are from America. So that's another example. So people, you're on code with us, with our fight, it's only right. Only right. For many, many, many reasons. Yeah. So that's another small example. It's a big example, actually, to me, but that's another example, us being on code. Because we're boycotting KFC because of what our brothers and sisters are going through in Kenya. I'm not really reaping benefits from that, but I'm standing with them because I know what they're trying to achieve.
Exactly.
They have a goal they're trying to achieve. And I'm not looking at me trying to benefit from that because I'm not. They're going to benefit. But because I love and respect them, I'm going to stand with them on that issue because they're trying to achieve something. Same goes for our fight as a people who are from those lands. Mm-hmm. If I move here, another example, if I move here to South Africa, stay for however long I have to be here to get a passport. I think it's 5 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know that I'll get a passport, but I still can't vote? Do you know that? Why? I'm not originally from here. That's why. So those who come to America and think that, oh, I've been here, I got my passport, oh, I can say anything to you now. No, you cannot. We're still going to respect each other.
Exactly.
Even though I know that you're welcome. You're always welcome.
Yeah.
Just like we feel welcome when we go to other people's country and we enter with respect. We expect the same thing.
Exactly.
And it's not to say we don't hate anybody. We're just trying to figure out how we're gonna get on the same page.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that is a small example of what they're going through in Kenya right now. Again, that I won't benefit from. They're trying to achieve a goal. They will benefit from that. But we're standing with them so that they can achieve it.
Yeah.
But we have people, believe it or not, who are not originally from the soil, if I must put it that deeply, of the U.S., who look like
The problem.
really.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And
That is highly disrespectful to me. It's highly disrespectful.
Especially if we fight for you to get over there and then you come and disrespect us. That's a big issue.
Yeah, that is.
That's a big
also issue. If I hear Jamaica is fighting for reparations from the British, I'm for you.
Yeah.
I'm all for you to get
all
for you. If I hear Barbados is fighting for reparations, I'm for you.
Exactly.
Why
You know
would
what
you
I'm
be
saying?
against that?
Anybody who been through the trauma and the foolishness that we've been through in our country, I'm for whatever you get, family.
Exactly.
Because I know the pain that it has caused, you know, your generation now. You know, a lot of times, you know, people who come to America, you want to come there because your own country is jacked up. You know what I mean? Our people built America. Don't get nothing twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get nothing twisted. We built that. We before integration, we had our own stuff built.
Right.
We was cool. You understand what I'm saying? We built that. So a lot of people come to America, just your country, you know, you come from a country that's not as developed or doesn't have anything going on. So you come to America. Don't come there with the intention of trying to jack our stuff up, family.
Yeah.
Don't come there with that intention of I don't care about these people. I'm gonna just get my money and I'm gonna just go back and do it. Don't come with that, family. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you do that, it's gonna cause issues for you and your future generations being in America and being safe. You know, and you also, that's off code, family.
Highly.
If we on one code, working as one body, we could change the whole world, family. The whole world could be changed. You know what I'm saying? Because people have to bow down to our demands. Just imagine if everybody, if that happened in Kenya with the KFC, if everybody said, we're not messing with KFC until they make it right for them to. And I'm not sure if they did that yet, because this was a couple weeks ago. Right. But it'll shut down the whole franchise, family. Yeah. The whole franchise will be shut down. Because everybody said, I'm not messing with that because our brothers in Kenya is not doing it.
That's right. And that's power.
That's power, family.
And it's selfless. You're not thinking about just yourself. You're thinking about somebody else achieving a goal. That's on code. Somebody look like me trying to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
And I know what it is, and it's just nothing but right. What's wrong with me supporting them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we have Colette from California.
All right.
In the building. Please, you know, hello, how you doing?
Shout out, sis.
I don't think your mic is coming on.
Can you hear me?
Your mic.
Too fast.
Hold on.
That's fine.
There you
go. All right, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Colette.
I'm about to mute our mic. So,
Hi, how you guys doing? I am so sorry. I'm not camera ready. So I just want to thank you, beautiful people, for everything that you're doing. And, you know, I'm ready for a conference. So, you know, let me know how I can help. I'm retired now. But I just wanted to say, Mickey, Aaron, and Ayla, you guys, this conversation is extremely important. And I just want to provide some background about me so that people understand. My last name is Nigerian, but I'm an African American, which means I was married to a Nigerian. So when you were speaking about, and this is no shade to all Nigerians, so no need for the comments, but when I was married to my ex-husband, one of the biggest struggles we had was this perception that African Americans are lazy and this and this and that, and this just the disrespect to our culture. And I remember continuously having to educate, continuously having to say, listen, the same propaganda that depicted you guys living in huts with bone through your noses is the same propaganda that is saying we're lazy. The very fact that you can come to this country and get a job is because people like me, my ancestors who were from the same continent that you are currently leaving, we built this. We carried this. We died for this. And I don't think a lot of people who come to the country understand that. Like, for example, me, I'm 55. I'll be 56 Friday. So that means I grew up with my grandparents who lived a lot of stuff that these people are reading in books. My grandmother was from the South and did not want to go back because of some of the things she experienced. Okay. And so when we're talking about being on code, Aaron, you are right. You know, we have to, it's not just about me. If I see something happening with a child, even now, my kids, they're older, but when we were little, if I saw a kid doing something, I'm going to say something. You know, now I might be considered the nosy neighbor, whatever, but those nosy neighbors are what kept our children safe, kept me safe. You know, like you were saying, Mickey, we didn't go to other people's homes and acted a fool, because we knew that this person not only knew our grandmother, they knew our grandmother's sister, brother, cousin. And I think what has happened is we've lost that connection. You know, we haven't, you and I, because we still are that generation, and you've taught Ayla, I've taught my girls, that when you go to someplace else, you need to find out what's going on there, you know, and how am I going to contribute? We live in a society where everybody's taking. And so I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I saw the comment where somebody said that Aaron was saying something about whatever. He wasn't saying that. He was just giving an example of what people are doing. And it's not always crime related. When we go into these hair shops, these people, who I won't say nationalities, we all know, they treat us like trash. I went into one to get something for my eyebrows, and, you know, the lady treated me like trash. And then it reminded me why I had stopped coming there. So we need to be in solidarity. We need to understand one another without the other noise, because we always have those people who are always getting in our conversations, and it's not your conversations. I've had to tell people, you know, some folks, and I'm not going to say, you know, racist or whatever, but I will tell them, you're an observer. This is a conversation and you are an observer, and we have to be straightforward with that. And then the last thing I'm going to say is I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so happy for you. I want another webinar, and I do kind of want a conference. And Mickey, I was so happy you found you some grits, because I was going to pack me some over and bring them to you when I came to Rwanda. I can't hear you, but I'm going to still try to see if I can get you some grits. But when I saw the video about the grits, I said, she got her grits. But see, somebody from America, we know what you mean. And that's what you were saying, that you're making references to what you know, and that's what you're doing. And folks who want to learn from you, as opposed to kind of, they need to listen to understand, as opposed to listen to respond. Everything is not an argument. Okay. Everything is not an argument. You guys are people, you're traveling, and you're giving your experience from your perception. And that's all I'm going to say. And I appreciate you guys. My Cash App is messed up, so I'll figure something out. All right. Love you guys. Peace. And Aaron, we need the weather report, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Always
Thank you,
great. Thank you. Always great to hear your voice and hear from you.
Yeah,
and that webinar is coming very soon.
Yeah, we had to mute our mic so that when you come on, there's no echo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now our next person we're gonna have on here, family, a great brother. He been with us for a while on our channel, supporting us. He's just on point, family. This brother is on point. If somebody has like a comment, a dumb comment, he makes sure that he takes it out in a speedy fashion.
Yes.
You know, he always tells people to like, comment, subscribe. You know, matter of fact, he's the mod of the month, the one and only Mr. Hillary, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Mr. Hillary, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this goes through. Yeah, it looked like it's not gonna go through, but hopefully it does go through. Yeah. All right. I might have did that introduction for nothing, family. But I just want to say peace and love to you, Mr. Hillary. Thank you for what you do. As being a mod, you are like if you look up mod in a dictionary, your picture will come up, family. Like a great moderator, your picture should come up, family. Yeah. I don't think the internet is working, family. But Mr. Hillary, we love you. We appreciate you. I'm gonna remove you and then try to do it again to see, cause something ain't right. Yeah. But shout out to Mr. Hillary anyway. Hopefully everything in Trinidad and Tobago is going well. We love all our brothers and sisters from all over, family. This is not something where we're trying to scold anybody. We're not trying to come at nobody. Why y'all coming to our country? No. Yeah. We want to get on the same page so we could work together and we could build and we could have something beautiful that our children could love and our children could talk about. Yeah. We got the one and only Mr. Hillary in the building.
All ladies right, and Mr. Hillary.
All right, no, I'm back here. No, for sure, no, I'm back here.
What's up, Mr. Hillary? How are you? We can't leave our mic on because it's gonna be an echo. But how you doing?
I'm not getting audio.
Oh, you can't hear us? Could you hear us?
Somebody's trying to call me. I have.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think something's wrong with his audio.
They're calling.
But shout out to Mr. Hillary. We appreciate you, family.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get it straight. Try it again.
Yeah. Yeah, family. I'm gonna just read this comment. I don't know what it's saying. I will mention a certain group. Problem. All right, we're not gonna do that, man.
We're not gonna do the name call.
Yeah, we're not gonna name call no group. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the kind of stuff that puts everybody in the box. Yeah, and even though it's a few people from that country that might do bad things, I can't say all of them do, man. Because I know some cool Nigerians. You know, matter of fact, Godfrey is from Nigeria. He's a thorough brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so shout out to Nigeria. It is people from certain countries that do certain things, but you know, we got to learn. We got to figure out a way, and we all have to do it. Figure out a way how we could get everybody on code who was coming to our countries before they even get there, family. Yeah, you know what I mean. Because we know that it's a whole system that's against us. It's a system paying for people to come to certain places and cause and disrupt groups. We know that that's the systems out there that do that. So we have to learn how to counteract that. Yeah. Beautiful people. Yeah, Mr. Hillary, what's up?
Good evening to you, family. Much respect to you all. My apologies for the connections because someone tried to call me while I'm going live, and I hate that. So, my little 2 cents I want to add here. First of all, growing up in the 80s, I grew up in an era where our entire community still takes care of you. Each neighborhood knows each individual in the house. It is so connected. They know when you leave the neighborhood, what time, who you leave with. They know when you come back in, what time, who you came with or who you came without. If for one reason or the other, you walk in the neighborhood and not tell any neighbor the day greeting, that message will reach home so quickly. As you enter the door as a child, my parents waiting for me with a belt, and I'm going to get flogged. That's how serious manners and respect for people was beaten into me as a young child. I never repeated that mistake again. You can't. Here's the next example. What year are we in right now? 2022? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Right, 3 years ago, 2019. you and I believe you are familiar with, there was a global crisis in a particular country that made the international media. That country is Venezuela, right? The closest island country besides the Dutch Antilles, which is Curacao in the north, to Venezuela is my country, Trinidad and Tobago. That's where most of the migrants that left Venezuela came to, besides their South American neighbors. I remember because I saved many of the reactions from citizens here, from black folks, and they here saying, oh, we don't want those Venezuelans coming here. They will bring crime. They will bring their drugs, their weaponry. You know, they might kidnap our kids. Very nasty things that they were saying to the government to not allow them in this country, as they were coming in the tens of thousands. The government decided that they want to regularize each one of them because there's a certain quota this country could hold, because we're not all that big in land mass, and also in population, we're just 1.4 million people. But I took note of all the reactions from citizens here. And I realized the hypocrisy, even though that they are right to say what they say as they are citizens of this country, that's their right, freedom of speech. But I took note of the hypocrisy that many of those same citizens will go to America and disrespect black Americans. Why? Because they're doing anything for a dollar. Why would you do anything for a dollar? Are the same people that you disrespect. Ancestors literally give their lives for the opportunity for you to travel there in the first place. Kwame Ture went to America, got educated there, and never disrespected the native black Americans, foundational black Americans. Why they call themselves foundational? Because for one, as Sister Mickey rightly described to all of you, when you have a lineage, yes, black folks, originally we all came from the continent. But that's hundreds of thousands of years ago. We have disconnected as our family members discover new places, reside, and create a new ethnic group. That's what FBA is, a new ethnic group within the overall African race. When we say African, we mean race of people. But FBAs are a different ethnic group. They have their own culture. So you cannot say black Americans have no culture, because their culture is played on the airways worldwide. Their culture is played on the airways worldwide that we all appreciate. It's the best, bar none, along with Jamaicans' reggae music. Much respected music worldwide. We need to understand, you cannot go in people's countries and disrespect the natives there. They have lineages and experiences that goes back further than the plantations. So when they say that you have to put respect on their name, even self, let's say you go abroad there and you're doing the medial jobs, the jobs that maybe are low income for the time being. You can't just go and pick up the slack and then throw talks in black Americans' face that they're lazy. You know why they're not getting those jobs? Have you studied about those things? Because it's the same thing you do here. I know, I live here. So we have similar experiences to what black Americans going through, but you can't go to their country and think that you're better than them. When you fled, you left the country, you left Trinidad, you went there on your free will. The government didn't send you away. That's what people don't understand. You left for whatever reason. We respect that, but you go in someone else's country and you forgot your brought up see, your upbringing. Your upbringing is basics, natural survival tactics, actually. You respect people regardless if you're beefing with them, if you have disagreements, because you could beef with somebody, but still show them respect in the way where once they don't come up in your grill and interfere with you physically, all you have to do is just turn away and walk away from them. Just walk away from them, avoid it. Because the more you avoid trouble, the saner you will be, the freer you will be, and the more you will function properly and get by properly. But if you go looking for trouble, trouble will follow you. That's the old saying my parents, grandparents told me. If you trouble, trouble will trouble you. Do not disrespect people because they're embarrassing me and I don't like it. Especially Nicki Minaj, big celebrity. I was so embarrassed by this. That got me angry, you know. That got me so angry. Why, brother Michael B. Jordan, we supposed to all be black? We have shared experiences of transatlantic slavery. We have shared experiences. You can't tell brother Michael B. Jordan that he can't take some of our culture rum and make his own rum of a title called Juve. Juve just a title for what? Our carnival expression, whatever. But it's a French word anyway. It came from the French. White folks. We had shared experiences. So you can't tell the brother he can't make money off it. Why can't he make money off it? When he has similarities, clear, exact similarities of what we have gone through also. Black folks cannot culture appropriate each other. That's nonsense. That's impossible. We cannot culture appropriate each other. We cannot. So
yeah, I think something happened, Mr. Hillary. I think something happened with the string family. But shout out to Mr. Hillary family.
Yes.
That was some jewels he was dropping.
Jewels. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely shout out to Mr. Hillary.
That's right.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, he was just saying the importance of, going and respecting people when you go to their countries. And that is so important.
Exactly.
We're not better than nobody.
Right.
Just because we're from America and we come somewhere to Burundi or we go to Rwanda or anywhere we go, we're not better than you, family.
That's
you know what I mean? We're all the same and we're all one, family. Just learn how to get on code, and keep a code and move as one. That's what we need to learn. And everything will be gravy after that, family. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Shout out
to Mr. Hillary, man. We love him. We appreciate you, family.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Any last words you want to say? I think we're gonna get out of here soon, family. This was a good conversation.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So overall, this conversation was more so about us, talking. There's nothing wrong with us having a conversation as a people. There's nothing wrong with that. We love you guys. We want to have a conversation. It don't have to be no, all this, stuff. Let's have a conversation and put things on the table, put facts on the table, and see how we can come together and at least try to be on the same page. And like somebody said, there's no need for name calling and all of that. Let's see how we can start being on the same page and moving, like my husband said, like other groups, making sure we check each other when we need to be checked. And don't be getting upset when you get checked, because that's just, it's love. It's out of love. It's out of love what we do. And the examples that we have to share. We're on assignment. We're sharing these examples and these things because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're trying to make the world a better place for our daughter and all of our children like her and children to come, our posterity to come. That's our job. And if we're not on our job, what are we doing? We're spinning our wheels. We need to really put down the boxing gloves sometime and talk and figure out, get to the bottom of things, see how we can correct ourselves and each other and work together. We can't work together if we like this. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. We
Yeah.
like this, we can't work together.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start learning to listen to each other and stop listening to division of people who are planted there to create and cause division. We have to learn how to discern things. That's a big word. Let's learn what that means. Discern where your information is coming from. Get to the bottom of that and know what to like. Okay, I want to hear that. Get to the bottom of what we're actually listening to, what we're hearing. Is it us? Is it somebody else who's causing these things, these rifts and these plots of division? We got to get back to loving each other, loving ourselves, loving our culture, respecting our ancestors, because those things they taught us are very important. And we got to get back to who we are as a people everywhere. And we're not trying to divide anybody everywhere. We need to get back to doing what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah. And it's for our children's sake at the end of the day. But we love you guys, and we thank you for joining us for this live and this conversation, and it's all out of love. Yeah.
Yes, thank you all for tuning in today. Hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are, and things of that nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, family, and I just want to say, much love to everybody out there. We're not coming at certain groups, and if you're a foreigner, and if I'm a foreigner now in South Africa, why would I? I'm in somebody else's land,
Yeah, that's right.
Just know that, just move with etiquette, family. Watch what you're doing out here in these streets, because if you're doing something you're not supposed to do, it doesn't only affect you, but it affects those who look like you all around you.
All around the world.
You know what I mean? It affects everyone who's a foreigner, family. So stay on code with each other. Let's learn how to get on code. If there's anything going on, let us know, family. If y'all boycotting something or y'all don't want to be a part of nothing no more, let us know so we could blast it and we could all be on the same page, family, and do what we do. Hold on, I gotta get some. Hold on now, I got to get the vibe right now. Hold on, let me get the vibe right here. Hold on, sorry about that, family. Yeah, what's this song? I think this is the song I had on. Oh, that one. All right. It's a little slower than what I wanted to do. My fault, family. I know I'm messing up. Yeah, I know I'm. Yeah, hold on for a second. Yeah, I'll do that one. Let me cut this down. Yeah, family. But like as I was saying, thank you for the super chat, family. Yeah, matter of fact, super chat. Thanks, wait. Yeah, but anyway, just make sure you continue to respect each other, continue to love each other. That's right. And you know what I'm saying? And if anything's going on, let us know so we can blast it. If we're not supporting it, we all got to move as one, family. And that's what the vibe is tonight. That's what it is. Peace out from Eva. Peace out from the lovely wife, beautiful people. And we are apologetic. No mask. And we are apologetic.
Nomadic.
All right.
Love you guys.
Yeah.